You know, I'm seeing all these videos right now where all these farmers are crying about not getting no help right now. You know what? Let me ask you something. When have you ever heard of a black farmer crying about it?
I mean, that's so apt. As blacks, we have been taught to always suck things up and deal with it. Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, supporting your girl on this channel. So, credit goes to the creators in these videos. And guys, in today's video, I mean, right now, a lot of farmers are in their FAFO season. And many of these farmers are making noise about not getting enough funds, about subsidies or bailouts from the government. You hear them say things like, we have been abandoned, the government is not supporting us like before. But guess what? Here is the thing. Most of these farmers have historically had access to land, access to loans, access to government programs that were all created to help them in the first place. I mean, for decades, US farm policy, from crop insurance to price support, overwhelmingly favored white farmers, guys. But now let's talk about these black farmers. For over a century, black farmers have always faced barriers, obstacles everywhere they turn to. I mean, after the slavery, many of them started farming from the scratch, from nothing. They had no handouts, they had no land grants, they had no big government support. Many of them had to scrape their savings, lease their land, or work as, what do they call them? Sharecroppers, just to stay afloat, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's see what these creators have to say.
Never. And you want to know why? Because they ain't never got no help in the first place. That's right. USDA's literally admitted to discriminating against black farmers. And literally black farmers had to sue, thousands of them, to get what white farmers are handed for free. And fast forward to today, all these farmers crying that they can't get no help. You see, black farmers, they've been struggling. Y'all just now feeling what they've been feeling for over 100 years. Black farmers, they used to own over 19 million acres of land. But guess what? Systematic racism, denied loans, shady politicians, and legal loopholes wiped them all out. Yeah. And now they're 1% of America's farmland. When the government finally tried to pass relief for the black folk back in 2021, white farmers sued to block it, claimed it was reverse discrimination. Make that make sense. So, next time you see folks complaining about farm aid, why don't you ask them, where's the help for the black farmers? Ask them why their struggle is just now important when others have been suffering for centuries.
Black farmers. Imagine how healthy we would be if we had more black farmers, or let's pretend we have only black farmers, right? I'm talking about the way that the Midwest is going to fall apart without federal funding, specifically all of these farmers, right? But one group that's going to do well is black farmers because they never got all of these handouts. And so I am not opposed to a strategy where we do let some of these rural Midwestern towns kind of fall apart on their own doing and take that as a redistricting opportunity. But think about this. Native Americans, how much healthier would our planet be and our land be if Native Americans had more farmland, which will be one of the groups that have the cash to do so. So I don't know, it's a silver lining I'm trying to think of. I was just trying to think if I've ever known a major farm or plant to have a food recall that was black owned, and if there is, I certainly
tell them how to get in touch with you.
Contact us on
Instagram, we got 4 locations this summer for the high demand. Look at the locations. Don't DM me. I ain't gonna look.
He ain't gonna see it. Okay.
Look at the location.
Pull up on them now. They got it.
They don't have these collars no more, bro.
Special delivery.
Ooh.
Special delivery.
We was on Emerald Lagasse, bought greens for a reason.
Ooh, look at that green.
Collar special. Summer collar, better go. Get them.
Hit up the family farm. You understand me?
They got to understand.
Hit up the family. Do you see this? Fresh okra.
So yesterday I made a video talking about the white farmers and how they were crashing out all over social media because they voted for Shitty Bridges and thought he was going to give them back slaves. And also because of that, they lost 100% of their workforce due to the ICE raids. I want to come here today and I want to give some love to black farmers who I don't think get enough, right? I can appreciate that they are not on the internet spazzing out and crashing out. You want to know why? It's because whatever is going on in the current climate when it comes to farming, they're not new to this because they have faced adversity, not being given what they need in order to be successful, unlike their white counterparts, right? Because they have been spoon-fed everything they've needed in order for them to be successful. And now that that privilege and entitlement is gone because of who they voted for, they on the internet trying to garner some favor and some sympathy. Meanwhile, black farmers chilling. They cool as cucumbers because guess why? They know how to handle themselves and their farms during times of crisis. I guess favor ain't fair after all, huh?
Have you ever wondered why we rarely hear about black farmers here in America? It's not by mistake, but more by design. There's a lot more history to it than we know. So let's get into it. Here are 3 agriculture facts with Rancher Tory. Today's topic, black farmers in America. 1. In the 1900s, there were nearly 1 million black farmers here in America. Today, less than 50,000 remain. We went from owning acres and acres of farmland to barely making a guest list at the farmer's market. 2. Discrimination acts from the USDA loan department prevents black farmers from having enough money to expand or even enough money to keep their land. That's like asking for help with a rake and they hand you one with no handle at all. 3. Black land loss is one of the highest raising statistics here in America. About 90% of black farmland owned today is gone. It's not just dirt disappearing. It's wealth, culture, and many a tradition behind it. When we lose black farmers, I lose many of my roots and many untold traditions before me. And that alone is the reason why we should save the farms.
Let me tell you about a story that actually should be a movie. Black farmers sued the U.S. government for decades of racist treatment. They won. And still, most of them never got their land back. They never got real justice. Let's talk about it. In the early 1900s, black farmers owned about 14% of all U.S. farmland. By the 1990s, less than 1%. Because the USDA, especially at the county level, they made sure of it. They denied black farmers loans, delayed their applications, lost paperwork on purpose. White farmers got money, and black farmers got silence. This wasn't sloppy work. It was targeted, generational, federal. In 1997, a black farmer named Timothy Pickford sued the USDA. He said, "Y'all owe us not just in money, but in years of sabotage." And that case became Pickford v. Glickman, named after USDA Secretary Dan Glickman. By 1999, the government agreed to settle. About 16,000 farmers got $50,000 each. But here's the problem with that. More than 70,000 farmers filed too late or just didn't get the notice in time. No money, no land, nothing. And the system? Still standing. So in 2010, under Obama, they reopened the case. Pickford, too, was supposed to catch those people that were left out the first go-round. But by then, many had already died. Their farms had been taken. Their debts had swallowed everything. The money came slow, and the amounts? Not enough to start over. You can't rebuild a farm with $50,000 in 2025. That barely covers a used tractor. So let's talk about who was behind this and where they are now. Dan Glickman, the USDA secretary when this whole thing started, he's retired now. He was never held accountable, though. Tom Vilsack, Obama's Secretary of Agriculture during Pickford 2. Biden reappointed him. He ran the USDA again from 2021 through early 2025. As of July 2025, Brooke Rollins is running the USDA. She came from Trump's inner circle. She's already rolling back race-based programs, the ones that helped Black farmers. So yeah, the face has changed, but the system is still built the same. The payouts were crumbs. Most didn't get land back, most didn't get debt forgiven. And now, Black land ownership is still under 2%. Meanwhile, white agribusiness is booming, still getting subsidies and corporate bailouts. The USDA never got restructured. They just threw money at the wound and walked away. So yes, Black farmers sued the USDA. Yes, they technically won. But the payout didn't match the pain. The policies never changed. And the people responsible? Some held office for far too long. That's not reparation. That's a cover-up with a check attached.
Because when white farmers were demanding funds today, they were asking them that, did you ever notice the silence from the Black farmers? Because these Black farmers have been through a lot from centuries and they don't get to whine. They have to adapt and deal with it. And the reaction is so different because it's just about history. White farmers are reacting to losing support that they have always had, but Black farmers have never had support to begin with. They have always been on their own. So this is just about how America has treated land, wealth, opportunity differently depending on the race, right? And some of them are now saying, so why can't Black farmers also, cry out the same way and all of that? And I mean, it's very simple. It's not rock science. They have been crying for years and years and years, and nobody listened. They just kept working. So when you look at it, farming is not equal, right? And history made sure of that, to know that there's this segregation between farmers, white farmers and Black farmers, because all those programs that were put in place for the white farmers, the Black farmers did not have the same opportunity. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in my next video. Please don't forget to stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.